Clock up! Tell me, do you have what you would call a dark side? Now, I'm not talking about the occasional intrusive thought or the gamer rage that comes out when somebody online pisses you off. What I mean is, do you contend with the part of you that would do rather horrible things if left unchecked by what you declare to be the real you?
What are you doing? Crack?
Now, that's just a rhetorical question. No need to vent in the comment section, but human morality has always been an interesting topic to me, and it's been at the front of my head for said past few weeks. The reason being? Because I just read a visual novel known as Euphoria. Euphoria is a visual novel made by Clockup back in 2011, and I'm sure you've heard of it from a disturbing visual novel iceberg. If you haven't, then please make sure to search up Euphoria VN, because I keep getting this fucking TV show instead. Euphoria is a Nukigae class visual novel, which in English means fap game. Nukigae are essentially a subgenre of erogaze where the focus on sex scenes is far higher, and you can see that from Euphoria's main concept. One guy, Keisuke Takato, 5 of his high school classmates, soon to be 4, and their English teacher are trapped in a mysterious white facility. A voice over the intercom tells them that in order to escape, they must participate in 5 games where Keisuke is the unlocker and the girls are the keyholes. If you're too young to understand what that means, then just click off the fucking video. Keisuke, as the unlocker, needs to pick one of the girls to violate for each of the 5 games. He could pick the same girl for 5 games in a row, or he could do a different one for each game. It's completely up to him. And after completing these 5 games, they are surely granted freedom! However, if they don't comply with the game, well, you'll be in for a shock. I've known about Euphoria for a while, but it's only till recently that I actually sat down to read the entire thing. Most people know it as the Rape VN that features every atrocity known to man, and that is very true. The list of niches that Euphoria tackles is as follows. Now, it's safe to say that I don't blame anybody for hesitating around a visual novel such as this one, because there were several points where even I had to take a break for the sake of my mental. However, I didn't stop. I read the whole damn thing, and let me tell you, this game knows how to get under your skin. If you're one of those people that has turned the other cheek to Euphoria because of its disturbing content, and I can't blame you, then let me take you on a rabbit hole far deeper than you can imagine. Let me tell you how Euphoria is the definition of don't judge a book by its cover. Let me show you how Euphoria will change your life. You wake up in a mysterious white room. You don't know how you got here or where even here is, but after seeing the door in front of you unlock, you know you must progress further. Your name is Keisuke Takato, and you're a second-year high school student. You attend Rokukei-kan Academy, a boarding school in the mountains of the Japanese countryside. You enter the next room only to find 6 other girls from your high school. In this room, you have Keisuke's childhood best friend, Hokari Kanae. Don't you love her? Isn't she adorable? The class representative, Ando Miyako. First year, Makuba Rika. Aoi Natsuki, your hot English teacher. Byakuya Rine. And Monika Nemu, or as I like to call her, the Sigma female. As everyone is trying to figure out what the hell is going on, the intercom cuts in.
Hey, what's up? So, you're all gonna be participating in a game.
The objective of the game is pretty simple, so you girls are going to be the keyholes, right? And Keisuke is going to be the unlocker. Okay, and he's going to use certain tools to unlock you guys. Wink wink, smirk smirk. Oh, for God's sake, he's going to rape you guys.
All of a sudden, the entire room is in hysteria. The girls in this room are going to be subject to some of the worst acts imaginable. Kanae and Rika are panicking, Natsuki is trying to figure out some sort of plan, and then Rina and Nemu are kind of just like, damn, that's crazy. Ando Miyako has a particularly nasty reaction.
No, I don't want that. This is illegal. I want to go home. I'm calling the cops.
You're calling the what now?
The cops.
Cop a feel of these nuts?
And just like that, Miyako was eliminated from the game in brutal fashion. Electrocuted not for the purpose of murder, but the intent of torture. Miyako's body is zapped to the point where she even loses control of her bowels, defecating all over the chair. It's arguably one of the more brutal scenes in Euphoria, which I think is perfect because this is how you hook a reader onto your story. No BS, not even the first 30 minutes, and when you can already see the stakes are high. Either you participate in this messed up game, or suffer a horrible fate. So, everybody is freaking out, except for Rene, the crazy bitch, and Nemu, the Sigma female. They all go to another room, but Keisuke soon returns to the electric chair poop room for a reason. The reason being, this down bad, absolutely salacious son of a bitch is popping a stiffy at the class rep's desecrated body. You see, Keisuke is secretly a 5-star gooner. Within this man is a whirlpool of abnormal lusts, a beast that has mastered every hentai tag you can think of, which is absolutely perfect for a game where the goal is to inflict as much mental and physical duress as possible onto women. This is one of the main themes of Euphoria, which is Keisuke's inner battle with his dark side, the brute, the devil, the beast. Throughout every route you see is how Keisuke fights against these urges, and he either learns to overcome it, or succumbs to his darkest desires. Unfortunately, while the beast was coming inside Keisuke, he ended up getting caught.
You got caught! You got busted!
Hey, so like, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Oh my god, are you like looking at her dead body? Oh my god, are you?
Fuck.
You're like totally popping a stiffy at her mangled body. I'm like gonna tell everybody now.
Please don't.
Okay, I won't, but we gotta make out. By the way, I'm in love with you.
And while they're kissing, Kanae walks in and gets put in the cuck chair. Hey, better the cuck chair than the electric chair, am I right?
Oh yeah, you also gotta listen to my 3 requests.
Okay, that doesn't sound too bad.
My first request is that you like, pick Hokari-san.
Fuck!
And that will cover the introduction to Euphoria. From here on out, the goal of this video is to retell the story of Euphoria in a fashion that's far more accessible than the source material with a bit of my own flavor added. I want to deepen your appreciation of this game. Everything after this point is going to include major spoilers for the Nemu route of Euphoria, so if you're planning on reading it yourself, then stop watching. Or you can keep watching my video, I also appreciate that, thank you. As the girls are lined up against the wall and Keisuke, the appraiser, makes his choice, he says, Manaka Nemu. Everyone is relieved in their own way, though each of those ways can be whittled down to, thank God I'm not getting fucked. Keisuke has the same justification for his decisions in every route. He picks who he does because he seeks to violate them, but as the game continues, that reasoning whittles down into something more concrete or even falls apart. In Nemu's case, Keisuke seeks to break her. How dare this girl try and hold his darkest secret over his head, threatening to reveal his abnormal lust to Kanae and ruin the normal life that he seeks to return to. He will not stand for it.
Listen, fuckhead, you fucking.
So every chance that he gets, Keisuke will do everything he can to destroy Nemu. Following the directions of the voice, the two walk into what I call the cum chamber. This is where all turns take place, at least I assume it's the same room for each one. The first turn then begins. Keisuke just has to tie Nemu up and then fuck the shit out of her twice in a row. Every turn has a set of conditions such as area, vaginal, ejaculation count, twice. Note, be rough. Keisuke was just expecting this to be good old-fashioned assault, you know, where only one of the parties likes it, but midway through the act, Nemu starts clowning on his ass.
Oh my god, you like call this rape? You're like not even trying.
That's right, she just applied sexual consent and Keisuke wasn't having it, so he unleashes the beast and finishes the act.
Never. Whoa, why?
The voice confirms that they cleared the first turn, and Keisuke stands proud as the supposed victor. But he looks back at Nemu as she lays on the floor, almost crying. A pang of guilt rings in his chest. Did he go too far? Maybe he got carried away. Nah, this bitch was laughing! This dude just raped you, and you're laughing!
Oh my god, that like actually was lit as fuck. We should like do this again more often.
Now, this greatly offends Keisuke, or at least it offended the beast inside of him. I mean, how dare she laugh in his face and patronize him after what he put her through? A seething rage began to build up inside Keisuke, and he vowed that he would bring Nemu to her knees. Mentally, that is, because, you know, she was already kind of doing that during the game. After being hate-zoned by Keisuke, Nemu and him both leave the cum chamber and see one of the 5 exit doors has opened. Sweet! We're only 4 sex scenes away from freedom. A 30-minute rest period, interval, begins, and Keisuke uses this to search the main room. He finds a water bucket, a poop bucket, and the entrance to the VIP room. Yeah, you see that fancy room behind that big window? It's gonna be important later. Keisuke then goes into what used to be the electric chair poop room, only to find that Miyako has disappeared with absolutely no trace of her. The only remnant of her very existence is her student ID laid on the vacant floor. How did she disappear? Is she dead? How is the room so clean? Why do I feel a presence behind?
Oh my god, she's like gone. How the fuck did that happen?
I actually have no idea. Wait, where the fuck did you come from?
Did you like raping me? We should do it again.
Bet. I mean, fuck you, no.
Oh yeah, do you like know Morse code? Read my eyes.
You're weird.
By the way, I'm using a request, so like now you gotta pick me again.
They return to the main room as the interval countdown finishes. Many thoughts are going through Keisuke's head, but the biggest one is why this Sigma female is so fascinated with him. I mean, why does she keep tormenting him? How come she can read his mind? Doesn't matter, because he's going to win this battle. Because Nemu route is basically if Kaguya-sama Love is War was about sex. Keisuke picks Nemu again, and they return to the cum chamber. For the second turn, he ties Nemu to a table and tickles her for 10 minutes straight until she actually nuts from it. The one thing I can note is that this was the first time I've ever seen the term ear pussy be used, so do what you will with that. Keisuke tickled her until her eyes rolled to the back of her sphenoids. The fuck's a sphenoid? And he thought he got her this time, but then...
Oh my god, that was awesome. We should like do this more often.
Before he knew it, Nemu was back to normal.
Hasn't anyone like ever told you that you're easy to read? I can tell from your face, lol.
No one's ever told me that.
Then no one actually knows you.
This girl is weird. She knows a lot. Almost too much. One of Nemu's main quirks is that she can read anybody. She can get into their head, which is to say, she knows Keisuke can do much worse, and that he wants to do much worse. But we're only on turn 2, and it has just ended.
Euphoria.
Once they come back from the cum chamber, the game only gives them a 10-minute interval this time, which is then followed by Rika pissing herself because she didn't want to piss into the piss bucket.
Hey, bonus game!
Yay, bonus game! Wait, what?
What?
Oh my god, like what?
If you manage to pass this bonus game, then you can go into the VIP room. Our two contestants for today will be Takato Keisuke and Monica Nemu. Do you accept?
Oh my god, bet. Wee, senpai!
Okay, fine. The bonus games are usually pretty easy. Nothing too nasty compared to the regular turns and the CGs associated with them. At most they're fetishy, but if you're at least a grade C gooner, then this is nothing to you. They finish the bonus game and unlock the VIP room. Except there's a catch, only 2 people can enter.
Hey guys, I think it'd be a good idea if we separate the resources in the VIP room amongst ourselves. It says only 2 people can enter, but if one of us goes in there and uses a tray to transfer food out of the room, then we can make sure everyone benefits from the— Oh my god, Snore, what if it's like against the rules? Then we're dead as fuck. Yeah, that's a good point. Senpai, can Rika go in?
Okay, fine.
Oh my god, I'm gonna use a request, so let me go in too.
Okay, fine. Wait, what the fuck?
Wait, what?
So, Nemu and Rika use the VIP room while everyone else is forced to use the average Ivy League dorm room. Fitted out with a working toilet, a not-so-working shower, and nutritional bricks! Keisuke and Kanae have a sweet moment carrying a bucket of water back to the dorm room, remembering all of the times they spent together from their childhood to now. Keisuke recalls what he's been fighting for. No matter what he has to go through, he will reclaim those peaceful days with his beloved childhood friend. Everyone gets back into their bunk beds and the lights go out, so everybody can sleep, confirming that the game masters of Euphoria are more humane than Mr. Beast. Keisuke wakes up a couple hours later and bumps into Kanae. They talk in the main room about Nemu always getting railed by Keisuke, and Kanae clearly has reservations about it, even implying that she be chosen next in order to take the burden off of Nemu. Nah bro, we all know that bitch is McLovin' it. But Keisuke would never do anything like that to Kanae. Never in a million years.
Oh, yeah. You and Monica-san kissed.
Shit, that was a misunderstanding.
And you call her by her first name?
Okay, listen, she likes to—
Are you two dating?
No, okay, that bitch is crazy as fuck.
Ah, that seems fair.
They both head back to sleep shortly after. Kanae is one of my favorite characters, and I feel her presence is enhanced by doing every other route. She's the one girl you can't choose because Keisuke would never, and in terms of her place in the story, she's the perfect girl. No character flaws, beautiful, soft-spoken, but always available for Keisuke in his times of need. The reader eventually sees Kanae in the same light as Keisuke does, and as such, we want to ensure that she's never harmed. In a sense, she's the person we need to save, and if everybody else has to pay the price, well, then so be it, right? Keisuke wakes up and heads to the main room only to find Nemu sleeping against the control terminal, and what he finds is peculiar to say the least.
Twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky.
She was humming a somewhat familiar tune, but Keisuke couldn't put his finger on it.
Oh my god. Good morning, Umphy.
What were you singing just now?
Singing what?
Never mind.
God, I want you so bad.
What the fuck?
Line up against the wall!
Hey, have some candy.
Oh, nice. I'm sure Kanae would.
Like, I'm not letting you do that.
Line up against the wall!
Hey, what are you guys doing? Like, making out, lol. Oh, come on.
Line up against the wall!
The two return to the cum chamber once more. Nemu eggs Keisuke on again and again, saying he could be so much more vicious. Well, of course he was going to. He's been waiting for this opportunity his whole life. So, he injects this mysterious sex fluid into her tongue and starts to play with her tongue until she literally orgasms from it. You've heard of tongue fucking, but this is quite literally tongue fucking. He's fucking her tongue by pulling on it with a pair of pliers until she starts going, ah, ah, ah. Okay, so I just need to know, is this medically possible? Someone please tell me if there's sex fluid for your tongue. I'm actually curious, for research purposes. However, this girl busted a life-threatening nut, and her body actually went cold from it. That's it! Surely he broke her this time. No. Keisuke realized something was wrong and went to administer CPR, fearing for her life. He can't just let her die. Then she starts making out with him. And this isn't a regular deep kiss too. Nemu starts sucking this dude's mouth like a face hugger. She was on his lips like a half-life head crab. Keisuke finally pulls her off and expects to see the same old Sigma female expression, but Nemu looks different. She's wearing this look of pain, of longing. She reaches out for his face and calls out for him. It's like she turned into a completely different person. Was this an act? Another attempt to invade Keisuke's mind? As quick as it shows up, the countenance fades away and Monica Nemu returns. Oh my god, you like completely fell for it, lol. Nemu then hits him with the "I'm you" before they wash up and then leave the cum chamber. In the main room, we find that Rika and Nemu are now besties for life, which is odd because after one night, Rika has completely changed. This gives you a brief glimpse into how Rika behaves. She's weak, and therefore easy to influence, easy to control. In every route with the exception of Rene's story, Rika becomes besties with Nemu. Like Euphoria. The two return to the cum chamber. This time, they have to do butt sex. So, Keisuke gives Nemu some lube to put in her butt. Unfortunately for her, that was a prank and it actually made her ass itch like crazy. So, he scratches her ass with his penis, which is a sentence I never thought I'd say, but here we are. After the turn ends, Nemu stands up, once again unfazed. Oh my god, that was awesome. We should totally do it again sometime. Oh yeah, totally. I'm gonna like shower real quick. That's chill. I'll be here, okay? Fuck! Keisuke is clearly frustrated that the butt itching lube didn't work. This girl was not only tolerating all of this abuse, but she was enjoying it and wanting more. With the bonus game coming up, a night in the VIP room, and the final turn, Keisuke only has 3 chances left to break her. It seems impossible. I mean, Nemu is as much of a devil as Keisuke is. She's both the best and worst person he could have ran into. Whatever it is, he needs to control her. Because with control comes her silence. And with her silence comes the promise of a normal, peaceful life. Okay, so what's this bonus game about? Well, the goal is to achieve orgasm only by kissing. Is that possible in real life? Probably not, but this is Euphoria, and we have ear pussies. It's an intense session of tongue fucking, actual tongue fucking this time, but Keisuke actually overpowers Nemu and makes her bust, making the current score a 1-0 in Keisuke's favor. Pretty good start if I'm gonna be honest. Nemu even gets flustered for once and gives Keisuke the good old dick twister in retaliation. They return to the main room, and this time, both of them agree that they will use the VIP room tonight. Because, well, I'm pretty sure the same thought is going through both of their heads. The two of them enter the VIP room, one of whom for the first time. There's a fancy dinner table with delicious food, a working bathroom, and a very much inviting king-size bed where you know what will be happening. Before that comes one of my favorite scenes, personally. Why aren't you, like, eating? Maybe I want to save some for everyone outside. Oh my god, you're so kind. One moment you're raping a girl, and then the next you're, like, trying to save everyone. Hypocrite much? You're becoming more and more impulsive. More and more incapable of actually controlling yourself. You've, like, noticed that, right? Even if he hates it, she's right. I, like, understand you. You may not like it, but I'm like the only one who does. Eventually, he snaps. Just stop! Stop manipulating me! I'm sick of you trying to control me! I know I'm a horrible person. That's why I want this game to end so I can stop thinking about it. I don't want to see you ever again once this ends. Because of Hokari, the girl you think you know, she may like
know the Keisuke visible to the naked eye, but I know the real you. I understand you.
No! I don't want that! Suddenly, Nemu pushes Keisuke onto the bed and dominates the shit out of him. For the first time during this game, Keisuke was the one getting assaulted. She squeezes 3 nuts in a row out of this guy before they pass out. Keisuke wakes up later, says fuck that, and moves himself to the couch because, well, I think he's sick of this girl. He falls back asleep and has another dream of his regular school life of Kanae, a brief lapse of peace that can only be found inside of his head.
Euphoria.
They wake up in the morning and Keisuke remembers what happened last night. The score is 1-1. Both of them eat breakfast, and afterwards, Nemu grabs his attention.
Hey Keisuke, you should check this out.
Check out what?
Watch.
What the fuck? All of a sudden, the dishes and leftover food from the dinner table disappears. But it was just right there.
You should take a guess.
It turns out that the collars on everyone's necks, you remember, these ones? Yeah, so they're actually being used to manipulate the consciousnesses of the players. With the flick of even a finger, their minds are shut off, and who knows who comes into the facility to clean up their messes, deliver tools for the turns, and God knows what else. I haven't even mentioned the collars much till this point, mainly because they haven't been evidently crucial to the story until now, and trust me, these collars are going to be one of the scariest things in Euphoria. It's almost over. We are on turn 5. Just one more sex scene until freedom. One more set of freakalicious hijinks until everyone can return to their normal lives. Nemu and Keisuke step into the cum chamber for the last time, but it's no longer going to be the cum chamber. It's going to be the poop chamber. That's right, Keisuke's ace in the hole, or ass in the hole in this case, is just shitting into Nemu's mouth and having her eat it. She even has a toilet seat hanging around her neck. It's gross, it's detestable, and it's definitely not the last of the poop scenes in this game, because Euphoria loves the poo-poo.
And then they eat the poo-poo.
So Keisuke does the dirty, and surely this is what will break Nemu. I mean, he literally shit in her mouth, and she ate it.
poo-poo.
But unfortunately, she's Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs.
That was amazing.
No.
We should
If you say we should do it again one more goddamn time.
do it again sometime.
God damn it. Whatever. We can finally escape.
Yeah, so you can totally return to your normal life.
I will. You can't stop me.
What if I can stop you?
What the fuck is she talking about? What the hell is the toilet talking about? Acting like it's human? You don't know anything. You need to suffer even more before you... Keisuke catches himself. What the hell happened to his head? He needs to get out of here. Away from her. Away from all of this. The final door opens. Everyone can finally escape. We can finally return to a normal life. There's another door?!
Hey, we've had technical issues. We are issuing a 3-hour interval for now, so, please tune in later. Thanks.
With everybody doing their own thing to pass the time, these last 3 hours, Keisuke eventually dozes off. Little does he know this would be one of his biggest mistakes.
Euphoria!
Keisuke wakes up and sees the interval timer sitting at 19 minutes left. Plenty of time to catch up with everybody and prepare to leave. There's just one problem. Everyone is gone. Kanae, Rene, Rika, Natsuki, and even Nemu are nowhere to be found. Just as Keisuke finishes his lap around the facility, he looks at the timer again, and it's not going down. It's going up. He rushes through the exit doors into the next room only to hear a shocking revelation from the Game Master.
Hey, fuckers, so, you know how we said you could leave? We never actually said that, so it's kind of on you. We've got one final game for you. Rescue all of the girls, or they die. Lol.
Keisuke walks into the first room and sees Natsuki tied to a pillar in a glass container. Water is flowing up and he needs to stop it by pushing up a lever. Sounds easy, but oh shit, the lever is electrified. Keisuke uses every fiber of his being to push this lever, despite hundreds and hundreds of volts flowing through his body. His mouth is foaming and his muscles are spasming, but he keeps going until his body gives out. Everything goes black. But a few minutes later, Keisuke wakes up to find Natsuki underwater. Dead. Fuck! I let her die! I had the ability to save her, and I let her die!
Oh shit, she's dead. That sucks. Better luck next time.
Keisuke mourns the death of his teacher, but he picks himself up and goes to the next room, because he's not going to let anybody else die. And here, Nemu is tied to the wall, and knives are being flung at her from a machine. Objective: push the button over her head. Oh my god, Keisuke, help! After several seconds of intrusive thoughts, Keisuke goes to save Nemu, taking a knife to his arm before hitting the button. Wow, I thought you, hated me, but you actually saved me. No, I don't hate you. So you, love me then, right? No, I don't. Oh my god, babe, let me, bandage you up. No, you know what? Yeah. Nemu helps bandage Keisuke's broken, bloodied hand, as well as the stab wound in his arm. Once again, that pang of affection for Nemu rises up. He knows he shouldn't feel this way. Nemu is evil. She's threatened the peaceful life he wishes to return to. She's been the one foil to his sadistic tendencies, yet in this perilous moment, they both shared a bout of sincerity and compassion. Okay, you ready to go save everybody? Give me 5 minutes. Okay, bet. Alright, let's fucking go. In the next room is Byakuya Rene, and she is French. And as punishment for being French, she is under a guillotine. Keisuke must pull a rope so that this black line goes above this blue line. But if the former goes to the red line, then... Okay, sounds easy, but there's a catch. There's barbed wire tied to the fucking rope?! Oh my god, don't worry, let me help you. With the two's cooperation, Rene is saved from the guillotine. Thank you for saving me. Sorry for being French. By the way, your hands look like ground beef. I know, right? He's lucky I'm here. They head into the fourth room where Hokari Kanae waits trapped in a glass cube with an improvised explosive device next to her. There are two ways to solve this trial. Either do some wicked maths and input the answer, or deposit an item into a container. Option 2 sounds easier, but... an eyeball, 2 liters of blood, an arm, or a leg? Are you fucking kidding me? It seems we need to solve this question then. Let's start with the answer is 5. The fuck? Where's your source? I'm not a fan of showing my work. Then fuck it, let's do some math. So Rene, Keisuke, and Kanae all transcribe this Latin sentence here, both letters and symbols and punctuation included, into an arrangement of numbers from 0 to 28. Then, using Keisuke's blood as a form of ink, they add these numbers together into a single sum. The answer really is 5. Oh my god, it's like you can't trust me or something. I don't. I probably do. Keisuke and Kanae share a touching moment before inputting the number 5. Thankfully, it was the correct number and Kanae is saved. Just one more to go. In the final room lies Makiba Rika. She's inside what I like to call the retard crusher. The objective here is simple. Summon your inner Chris Brown and beat one of the female contestants to the point of unconsciousness. Ah!
Oh, it turns out Keisuke needs to beat one of us to save her.
Ah! It hurts!
Wow, she's really being crushed. That's so awful.
What are you guys doing? Hurry up and do something! If this keeps up, Rika's gonna have every bone in her body broke.
Oh my god, like what the fuck are you doing, Keisuke? Hurry up and beat one of us, you dumbass bitch!
Suddenly, a vicious rage overtakes Keisuke, and he pins Nemu down to the ground. Maybe with intent to save Rika, or maybe with the intent to take out all of his frustration from the past couple of days. Whatever it may be, Nemu just invited herself to lunch, and today's meal is a knuckle sandwich.
Oh my god, K-chan, stop! She's already knocked out!
This guy hit Nemu with a hollow purple because her face looks like Grimace from McDonald's. Regardless, everyone, except Sensei, is saved. Everyone sprints out of the facility into a dark cavern. They run and run until they see a large vault ahead. Using all of their strength, they push the vault open into the last stretch of freedom.
Out of Rika's way, nigga!
Rika says as she shoves herself into the exit. They all run into yet another tunnel, but this one is coated with the faint fragrance of the outside world. This was it. This was freedom. Rika was up ahead, Nemu was catching up, Rene was following behind with a strange limp, despite her receiving no injuries, and Keisuke and Kanae were side by side. Until Keisuke's vision starts to go dark. His blood runs cold, and his body numbs. All of the blood loss was catching up to him, and he keeps running, but eventually he reaches his limit and collapses onto what seemed to be the outside ground. Fresh grass, the Neptune night sky, the cool autumn wind blowing onto his face. Everyone was saved, and if he had to die for it, then so be it.
So that was Euphoria. What did you think? Please make sure to leave a comment down below as well as like the video, and even subscribe to the channel. It's free and doesn't cost anything.
We've gotta run! We've gotta get out of here! Otherwise we'll die! Otherwise we'll be killed! Hurry, 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 hurry! Keisuke wakes up inside a mysterious bunker. He has food, water, and a bedroll to sleep in, but he's alone and has no idea who brought him here and treated him. Possibly Kanae? Rene? Nemu? No, she wouldn't do that, right? Eventually, he climbs up the nearby ladder and opens up a hatch to discover the outside world in all of its glory. It brings him almost to tears seeing the visage of freedom, feeling the fresh air of the mountains as opposed to the suffocation of the facility. However, he has then a moment of clarity. Where the fuck am I? After scouting his surroundings, he realizes something. He's close to his school, Rokukeikan Academy. Dashing through the trees, he sees it, his high school, full of precious memories and good friends, now torn to pieces. Windows shattered, the interior destroyed, and the people gone. Keisuke runs through his school shouting and searching for any signs of life before noticing, through the heavily tinted glass, that there is light coming from the sports field. This is it! People are here! I'm no longer alone! I can finally get the answers that I've been... His voice is arrested by what he had just walked into. The entire field was filled with students, but not for anything you'd want to see. All of the female students were being raped by the male students. It was a rape orgy in the dozens, as all of Keisuke's female classmates were being violated. And leading it was none other than Monica Nemu, the Sigma female.
Oh my god, Umphy, you finally made it. How do you like it?
What the... This is fucking disgusting! What the hell is going on?
So like, funny story, I'm actually behind everything. The underground game, the school, the rape orgy, literally everything. Isn't that like wild? Kei-chan, help! Oh yeah, I got hurt here too, so you better just join us and shit. Lol.
That's it! I'm not taking this shit no more! Keisuke has had enough. With the power of God and anime on his side, he charges towards Nemu, knocking away each of the male students trying to stop him and vaulting over the various barriers between the two of them. The nightmare is going to end right now. He's going to take down Nemu and stop this. That is until...
You're not gonna win.
Nah, I'd win... Wait, Byakuya-san?
Let's get out of here before you mess this up.
Wait, what the? Rune takes Keisuke away from the school and into the mountains. Kanae is still trapped under Nemu's heel, but right now, he needs the hope that she'll be fine, because Keisuke can't win against Nemu's resources. Eventually, he has to ask, okay, so, what the fuck is going on?
You've been passed out for an entire week. Hokari-san has been taking care of you, but she was just captured by Monika-san.
And what's up with her?
She's queen of the school. In fact, she's been queen of the school. There's something large backing her, so nobody's been able to fight back.
Wait. When did this all happen? I don't remember any of this.
Of course you don't. After all, our memories have been tampered with.
Don't tell me it's because of the...
That's right. I believe the collars are a part of this.
Okay, so... Do you remember?
There was a death game that took place on campus. Students were forced to kill or torture each other in order to become ruler of the school and assume total control.
What the fuck?
My goal is to stop this madness by capturing Monika-san.
Okay, so... What do we do now?
I'm leading a resistance group and we're gonna take her down tonight before dawn.
Bitchin'. So, here is the true story of Euphoria. One day, during the autumn semester of Rokukeikan Academy, a mysterious force took over the school and forced the students to participate in a death game. The winner of this death game became ruler of the school, and we now know that was Nemu. Keisuke attempted to flee alongside someone else, but was captured and then at some point planted into the underground game. Nemu now reigns over the school, everyone is forced to do as Nemu says, and anyone trying to escape the mountain is killed on sight. Keisuke goes to Rene's cave in the mountainside and finds out she's leading her very own group of students. These are the students that have opposed Nemu's role and fled to the mountainside under Rene's leadership. They've even removed the collars, affirming their separation from Nemu's grasp. However, and this goes with almost everything in Euphoria, there's a twist. These people are a cult. Eventually they all set out for the school and invade the gymnasium. Rene's cult has no weapons, but they use body slam to incapacitate all of Nemu's followers, and it works out pretty damn well. It seems like the plan is a success, but then Nemu unleashes her trap card.
Gotcha, bitch.
A mysterious invisible force knocks out every single one of the cult members as well as Keisuke. This unknown figure picks up Keisuke, now paralyzed from the sheer pain, and faces him towards Nemu.
Oh my god, you actually thought that'd work? Unfortunately, I have rich people backing me and shit. Now I finally have you where I want you. You can be the slave, the beast I've always wanted. You know you have it in you. Hurry up and submit to me, lol.
Fuck you.
Never mind. Go rot in hell.
Keisuke is then thrown into one of the classrooms utilized as a makeshift jail cell. His hands and legs are tied together and there's a guard outside so he can't escape. He's too tired anyways to try. Between Kanae being captured and Nemu's betrayal. Eventually, he overthinks himself back into sleep, and we get to see another flashback. One of my classmates was killed before my eyes. That's why I ran as fast as I could. I tightly gripped their hand. At the very least, I had to save them. Keisuke later wakes up in his prison cell of a classroom, now illuminated by the daylight of the morning. He thinks about the dream he had just had and what conspired last night. One question still dominated his mind. Who the hell, or what the hell is backing Nemu and why? I guess that's two questions. Was it the government? A criminal enterprise? Or even rich billionaires from overseas? Eventually, Keisuke is summoned to the gymnasium by Nemu.
Oh my god, Wanna be my slave yet?
Go fuck yourself.
Fuck me yourself, lol. JK, you already did that. I have, like, a trade offer for you. Go round out the bitches in Renee's cave, and I'll, like, keep the girls safe.
Keisuke reluctantly agrees, and the next day he sent off to Renee's hideout with one of Renee's followers. You see, this poor bastard was found as a rat in Nemu's school and thus beaten to a pulp. They get lost, but eventually a cult member finds them and leads them back to the cave.
Takato-kun, how did it go?
Yeah, they're all fucked.
Oh my, that's horrible. I feel completely responsible for all of this. It was my goal to guide all these children to salvation.
Renee-sama, please, punish me!
Yes, my child.
So right now, Keisuke knows these people are fucked, but he needs to get this collar off of him ASAP. Nemu can control any collared student at her whim, and this control can extend to incapacitation or even death. Renee's cult has a method of removing this collar, so asking this guy, Ishikawa, they head to a room that has a collar removing device, only to find the device has been destroyed with Ishikawa knocked out by that familiar invisible force. That's right, the invasion had already begun as people around the cave began screaming and running. Keisuke runs towards the screams only to have a student chucked at him, followed by a mysterious blonde-haired girl with big titties and a gas mask and latex suit appearing before him. It seems this is the mysterious force under Nemu's control, but she disappears as soon as she arrives. The student that was chucked at Keisuke actually happened to be Renee, and her body was dislocated, beaten, and broken with a walkie-talkie strapped to her chest.
You better, like, not try anything funny, or the girl's gonna suffer in your place. Hurry up and come back, Oomphy.
So, long story short, the entire cult, as well as Renee, gets fucked, and they're captured by Nemu to inevitably be fucked. Renee is carried back to the school by Keisuke, and the reality of what he had just done sunk in. I'm sorry, Byakuya-san.
Don't be. I know she has you vice gripped. I just wanted to save everybody. Maybe, in another timeline, we stopped Monica-san and accomplished our goal.
Thus ends the outside arc, and now begins what I like to call the prison school arc. Renee eventually passes out, and Keisuke soon returns to the school. Now, he's still a prisoner, his hands are still tied, and his daily meal still consists of schlop, but Nemu won't hurt him or Kanae. At least, not physically. All of the students, including Keisuke, are summoned to the gymnasium where retribution will be conducted upon Renee.
Alright, baddies. So, like, who wants to punish this biatch for going against me?
Me! I want to punish the bad cult lady.
Oh, do you really want to?
Yeah, Nemu-sama. I want to destroy her.
That's, like, awesome. Which is why you're going to the poop machine with her.
Wait, what?
So, Rika and Renee are both put into what I can only describe as the poop machine. What is the poop machine, you might ask? Well, picture this. Or don't, I can't blame you. So Renee and Rika are laying on the ground with their asses up and pressed against each other, right? Okay, so there are tubes going from Renee's mouth to Rika's butthole, and Rika's mouth to Renee's butthole. Okay? And then there's anima fluid going into both of their buttholes. You see what's gonna happen, right? Yeah, so these poor girls are gonna go to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. The machine forces them to shit, eat each other's diarrhea, vomit because of the diarrhea, and then eat each other's vomit. It's kind of funny, in like a terrible way, when Keisuke is explaining the whole process to the two girls, and Rika is panicking and screaming and going, "Ah! Woo! That was horrible, but don't worry, there's more to come.
Get it?
Keisuke is thrown back into his cell and he falls back asleep, triggering yet another memory to resurface. Students in the classroom, no, across the school panicked, screamed for help, ran for their lives. Some mysterious force was coercing them into this game, and they had the power to back it up. All of these innocent kids were now forced into a horrific experiment. Keisuke wakes up and is summoned to the gym once again.
Oh my god, good morning, Oomphy. Wanna be my slave yet?
Go eat shit.
Already did.
Nemu reveals that Kanae is trapped in a cage inside the gymnasium.
So like, I have another trade offer. You test out our brand new toilet, and I'll spare the girl today.
Toilet? So, Nemu leads Keisuke to the men's bathroom, now surrounded by a bunch of fidgety boys for some reason. So, what's going on in here? Oh, Christ, Rene! What the hell happened to you?
I'm a toilet now, Takato-kun. I'm Toilet Rene. Flush, flush, flush.
So, to describe what's happening right now, basically the school took Rene and buried her into the concrete wall of the bathroom in such a way that only her head, hands, thighs, and intimate parts were exposed. She can't move, she can't fight back, she can't do anything.
You're gonna be my first. You're like, gonna be her first.
I'm gonna be her. Wait, what the fuck? No!
Save that for what'll happen if you, like, don't do this.
So, Keisuke uses Rene, and then after he's done, all of the other boys outside the bathroom proceed to go and have their way with her. If the poop machine doesn't break you, then this scene will, because while not as disgusting, it's absolutely cruel. Being stuck in a wall and forced into an endless cycle of abuse is one of the worst fates someone from Euphoria has experienced. But don't worry, because it doesn't end.
I bet you like that, huh? I bet you, like, wished it was her, huh?
I'm not giving in to what you want.
Oh my god, fine. Whatever. Since you've been, like, a good boy, I'll let you have a night with the girl.
Keisuke is sent back to his cell, and later that night, Kanae spends the night with him, as promised. They both share some time together before falling asleep. Afterwards, we see yet another flashback. A young Keisuke sits inside of his secret base, located in a small cave along the mountainside. Eventually, a little girl with dark hair walks in, lost and crying. Amongst her cries, she utters one thing. Save me.
Euphoria!
The next morning, the two are once again summoned back to the gym, and Kanae is returned to her cage.
Oh my god, Oomphy, good morning. Wanna be my—
Shut the fuck up and tell me what you want today.
Wow, you're like feisty today. Maybe I'll finally see the beast I've been looking for. Bring her out, boys!
The male students bring out Rika, but now she's naked and dressed up like a dog. Keisuke's goal is simple. Make her realize she's a dog. Now, there's two options you can take here. You either select the first option and give her intake of sausage, which causes her to shit herself. But if you select the second option, you train her to act like a dog, which then causes her to shit herself. Truly the illusion of free choice.
Oh my god, that was like wonderful. I'd say you've got the dog in you, but it's more like you were inside the dog.
Yeah, whatever.
I bet you'd want to do that to her, huh? You know, make her go woof woof and shit. Whatever. You're like boring. You don't get to have the girl tonight.
Fine by me. While this may have sounded like a loss, this actually all went according to Keisuke's plan, because later that night, he asks the lookout if he can use the toilet. Now, obviously he didn't want to use Rene again, but he wanted to ask her a question. He's led back to the bathroom, and Rene is just in a disastrous state. Semen is stuck to every inch of her body, she's marked by tally signs and obscenities, and her eyes only hold the slightest glimmer of humanity. Nevertheless, Keisuke asks, Byakuya-san, it's about the death game. Is it true that we could escape the campus if we kill Nemu? Is it true that, despite Nemu being the winner, we can still overthrow her and end this?
Still going.
What?
The death game is still going. That was my goal. If you can do that.
Rene falls unconscious, unable to speak anymore.
Thank you, Byakuya-san.
Keisuke now knows how to end this nightmare. Kill or capture Nemu and become the new ruler of the school. Become the new ruler of the school and then restore everything to normal. Restore everything to normal, and then reclaim that peaceful life with everybody. No. Reclaim his life with Kanae. The latter is further reaffirmed when Keisuke returns to his cell and finds Kanae there waiting for him. Her warmth reminds him of his one true goal. To save her. Euphoria. The next day comes and goes. Kanae is forced to eat dirty laundry, and then Keisuke gets his cock flattened by Nemu. You know, just typical shenanigans at this rate. After the cock flattening, Keisuke wakes up to Kanae in his cell once again. For some reason, his clothes were completely changed, and he had no trace of semen on him. But Kanae never admitted to changing him while he was unconscious, so how the hell did that happen? Between this, Rene's mysterious injury during the escape, there's something going on behind the scenes here, but Keisuke just can't put his finger on it. They fall asleep shortly after, leading to the most important flashback yet.
We finally have it. This is the final piece.
A hidden rule unspoken of in the death game. You were right, Byakuya-san. We can do something else besides kill each other. Keisuke, Rene, and the mysterious third person all hatch a plan. They've suspended the functions of the callers and are headed to the broadcast room to complete their mission. The broadcast room is blocked by a barricade with an electric current running through it, but the third person crawls through a hole in the ceiling to the other side and disables it. Suddenly, Keisuke wakes up and realizes what he must do. Complete the mission they all started. He heads to the broadcast room and crawls through that same hole from his memory from the ordeal. Keisuke opens up the door to the broadcast room and...
Hello everybody! Hey, I know this is sudden and all, but welcome to the murder game! One of you is going to become a dictator! That's right, absolute total control over the school! All you need to do is score 100 points! How to get points? Simple! By killing and or physically torturing any student with the collar. Collars equal 1 point, but holders of multiple points equal that number of points. Once a dictator is chosen, they will gain special weapons and privileges. But if you want to choose a new dictator, then the current dictator must be killed. Have fun and play safe!
Why did he kill them? Why? Weren't they your classmates? Your juniors? And your seniors? You did this? You're behind all of this?
Yes, I did. I came to this for, reason.
Keisuke then wakes up on the floor of the broadcast room. There was no blood, no siren, and nobody else except...
So, do you, remember now?
Yeah, I do. Why am I here?
Remember what I said about manipulation of consciousness?
So, you really were behind everything, huh?
That's why I, came to the school, Umfi. I wanted to destroy it. But then I found you. You're me, and I'm you. But don't worry, because the game's almost over. Once I'm, done here, I'm leaving. So join me.
No. I fucking hate you. I hate you for everything you've done to us. To Kanae. To me. I hate you!
I see. If that's what you feel, then hate me as much as you want. Loathe me.
Keisuke is then returned to his cell, and Kanae is waiting for him as usual. They both embrace each other for a brief moment, but Keisuke asks if she remembers the broadcast room incident. The barricade, the trap, and how he was saved. So here is the actual true story of Euphoria. One day, during the autumn semester of Rokukeikan Academy, a mysterious force took over the school and forced the students to participate in a death game. The goal was to kill 100 students in order to become a dictator, and Nemu accomplished that goal, becoming the school's queen. Keisuke, Rene, and Kanae all formed a resistance and found a way to circumvent the death game, which required the use of the broadcast room. The three of them deactivate the barrier, and Keisuke and Kanae enter the broadcast room, but a trap is then triggered by Kanae, causing Keisuke to push her out of the way and receiving a fatal injury in the process. Kanae begs for her to save his life, so they make a deal. They will all participate in an underground game, and if Keisuke falls for Nemu's temptations, then she wins. But if Keisuke can resist until the end of the death game, then, well, she'll probably spare their lives. Everyone's memory is wiped with the exception of Kanae's and Nemu's. The underground game then begins, and everything else is history from there. Kanae knew everything from the start, but she couldn't do anything due to the rules of the bet. It was because of Kanae that Keisuke was able to achieve a second chance. She was always there, rooting for him, helping him. This is truly why Kanae is the best girl. The next morning, the two are once again summoned to the gymnasium, but today, Nemu has pulled out her trump card. Oh my god, good morning, Oomphy. So, I'm not gonna ask anymore. Let's just get straight to the point. I want you to take the girl and her as you like. What? What she had just asked was so horrific that not even the game could tell you. No, I can't! That's going to kill her! Oh, really? So, what's it gonna be then? Kill me! Kill me instead! Just stop this! I bet. Hey, bitches! Leave the room and take the girl. I'm gonna, kill him myself. Everybody vacates the room, leaving only Keisuke and Nemu to face off against each other. Kanae is screaming out as she's dragged outside, knowing that this is Keisuke's final moment. So, you know how I was, gonna kill you? Yeah. Do your worst. Funny story about that. Lol.
K-chan, help! You're ripping up my clothes! Please, help!
No fucking way.
Yes way. I have the key right here.
Then fucking give it to me!
Too bad it's cherry flavored.
You fucking bitch! Spit it out!
Oh my god, spit out what? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Suddenly, Keisuke snaps. He doesn't care anymore. He pounces on Nemu and vice grips her throat. Either she's gonna spit out the key, or he's gonna snap her neck with his own two hands and drag it out of her stomach himself. He's going to kill her. Tighter and tighter, he squeezes her throat until her skin turns red. Her eyes roll back, her mouth salivates, and her veins protrude from under her skin. Nothing matters anymore but killing the woman that has ruined his life and taken everything precious away from him. Die, 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 die! But for some reason, a vision of Nemu bandaging his bloody hands pops into his head. It was only for a brief moment. It was a random memory, but that scent of sentimentality eases the detainment of Nemu's throat, and Keisuke pays for it with his life. The mysterious force lands a killing blow on the back of Keisuke's head. He falls over on the ground, blood now gushing from his skull. He failed. Everything was taken away from him and he failed to do anything about it. Keisuke is exhaling his final breaths when he sees a familiar figure looking over him, now blurry.
Why did you stop? Why didn't you finish what you started? Why? Why? Why?
So, Keisuke dies, Kanae is violated by the students, Nemu remains dictator and... Wait. What was up with Nemu at the end? You're telling me she wanted Keisuke to strangle her to death? It wasn't in her usual degenerate fashion, too, no. Nemu was clearly distraught. She was crying over his dying body. She wanted Keisuke to kill her. No, this isn't right. This can't be the end of the story. We've run into a bad end, and now we need to go back and figure out what went wrong. To go back, we need to find the common coordinate. We could choose Rene, Rika, or Natsuki, but those won't lead anywhere. Maybe we'll learn more, but it's not the home run I'm seeking. However, what about Kanae? We could choose Kanae. No, we're not supposed to. Kanae is Keisuke's precious childhood friend, his one goal. is to save her. But I guess you don't get anywhere in life by avoiding the things you don't want to do, right? We need to do this one more time to save the school, to save everybody. And if that means violating a taboo, then so fucking be it. As the girls are lined up against the wall and Keisuke, the appraiser, makes his choice, he says, Hokari kan... Wait, what? The game gives you one last chance to opt out of the Kanae route, and if you do, well, tough luck. But if you agree, then... The Kanae route is where the line separating Keisuke from the devil inside of him grows thinner and thinner, and while the first term is relatively tame, it's only the precursor to Keisuke growing ever more and more bloodthirsty. Hey guys, so the video's already really long and we still have a solid 30 minutes to go. So for the sake of both of our sanities, I'm gonna summarize the Kanae route to the best of my ability. Keisuke picks Kanae and they go fat for the first turn. Then he picks her again for the second turn and they go plat.
Wow, you're a real dog. I bet you want to do worse, huh?
Maybe. Nighttime!
Kei-chan, I'm actually in love with you. Please be my boyfriend.
Sorry, I see you as family. They go to the cum chamber again, but this time, it's the piss chamber! Kanae, piss yourself.
Later. Oh my god, you're like such a freak. What if instead of the cum chamber, we called it the freak chamber, and—
Shut the fuck up. Turn 4. Kanae gets birth from her asshole, and then engages in butt sex.
Euphoria, Kei-chan, I'm still in love with you. Can I be your sex slave?
Yo, fucking bet. The final turn. That's it. We're done having sex. Put her in the electric chair! After that, it all goes the same as before. Sensei dies, Nemu survives, Rene becomes French, everyone solves math, and Rika is saved from the retard crusher. They all escape not before Keisuke passes out from his wounds and wakes up 1 week later in an underground bunker. The entire outside and prison school arcs are the same as in the Nemu route, minus occasional dialogue changes, plus Kanae and Keisuke just straight up fucked it in the school jail cell. After a lot of hard work, we finally make it back to that climactic showdown in the gymnasium. Kanae is taken away for Keisuke's execution, only for it to be revealed as a ploy.
Kei-chan, help! They're ripping up my clothes! Please, help!
No fucking way.
Yes way. I have the key right here.
Then fucking give it to me!
Too bad it's blueberry flavored. Oh.
You fucking bitch! Spit it out!
Oh my god, spit out what? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Keisuke snaps. He pounces on Nemu with a carnal fury stronger than any he had felt before in his life. Kanae, his beloved childhood friend and slave, was going to be violated, and it was all because of this witch. If she won't vomit the key out, he'll kill her and rip it out of her stomach. His hands' grip tighter and tighter and tighter. He could feel her trachea slowly crack like a tree branch. Nemu's face goes red, her eyes roll back, her mouth salivates, and her breathing goes... Huh? Why the hell was she laughing? He was crushing her throat with his bare hands, and she was laughing. No matter how much harder he gripped her throat, Nemu kept laughing maniacally, either out of pure madness or out of the urge to taunt him one last time. Shut up! Shut up! Shut the fuck up! I'll fucking kill you! Die! Fucking die! Suddenly, everything goes red. And then, he wakes up in a much familiar room. A white room. Keisuke was no longer strangling Nemu in the gym. He was sitting in a coffin-like tank, filled with a strange liquid. He was wearing some sort of wetsuit with tubes attached to his body. Suddenly, a familiar-looking girl catches his attention. Oh, are you awake? What? It was Kanae. Or at least a girl who looked like Kanae. She was wearing a lab coat and presented a far more clinical temperament than the girl that we know.
Oh my, your mind is still jumbled from the simulation. Let me explain.
Simulation?
Yes, you were engaged in an experimental virtual reality game designed to mimic a reality down to the 5 senses. It seems something shocking happened that caused you to exit the simulation.
What? Game?
Oh my, you're in even worse shape than I thought. Let's go examine you.
The girl takes Keisuke's hand and leads him through white room after white room after white room. It was a never-ending white hell until... Makiba-san!
Oh hey senpai! Did you get a game over too? My game was really hard.
It was Rika! She wasn't a dog, nor in a poop machine. It was just regular old Rika. Makiba-san, there you are.
Oh, Aoi-san!
Aoi-san? Doesn't she mean sensei? Keisuke stares at this woman that looks like his English teacher.
Pardon me, do I know you? Oh, you were the client in the B block. Hi, I'm Natsuki Aoi, and I'm a counselor here.
Keisuke shakes her hand and looks back at Rika, then Kanae, then No, Aoi-san? This can't be right. At this point, you have two choices. Take the blue pill and accept that everything was just a game, or take the red pill and unlock your inner schizo. Makiba-san.
What's up, senpai?
Did your game contain rape? Your game, did it contain a death game? Our destroyed school? The poop machine?
Senpai, you're not acting very Sigma right now. If you keep talking like that, you're gonna lose your aura.
Keisuke then snatches the key card from the girl who looks like Kanae and sprints out of the room as fast as possible until he gets to the main room. No, this was exactly like the underground game. Fuck this. He knows where the exit is. He runs through the rooms of the last game, through the underground tunnel, and before he knows it, he's outside. I'm free, motherfuckers! High school, here I come! My friends, my teachers, my childhood friend Kanae! Here I come! And everything stops once he gets back to Rokukeikan Academy. It was indeed right by the facility, just like in the game, but it was also in ruin, just like the game. The campus was quiet, empty, and strewn about the courtyard were hundreds of human-sized body bags. Inside each body bag was a body, and all of them were donning Rokukeikan Academy uniforms. All of their eyes closed, all of their bodies lifeless. Oh God! They're all dead!
Actually, they're not all dead.
Ah! Oh, it's just you, Kanae.
They're basically comatose, but they'll be dead soon enough once the experiments begin.
Experiments? Kanae, what is this? I know you wouldn't do this! Please tell me this is all a big misunderstanding!
Oh my god. You actually, still believe that?
No. That laugh. That dialect! Don't fucking tell me. Keisuke instinctively grasps his neck, and confirming his suspicions, he was donning a familiar metal collar.
You could have, slept forever in peace, but instead, you ran out to this whack field of corpses. Why do you, keep doing dumb shit like this? Well, since I did lose the bet, come on, let's go.
Go? Go where?
Paradise, bitch.
Nah. Fuck that! Keisuke then sprints away as fast as he can. He races through the mountain towards the foot of it. He dashes through trees, bushes, rocks, everything, just to get away from this sick place. After what felt like forever, he makes it to the base of the mountain and runs down the asphalt road towards a house. Yes! They still have their lights on. Help! I need help! I'm being chased! Please!
Oh, you need help? Don't worry. I'm coming to the door right now.
Oh my god, welcome back! Ah! You're like such a drama queen. But I was at the foot of the mountain! How? So like, you remember how the collars can manipulate your consciousness? No fucking way. So like, we actually just installed Bluetooth into those collars, so like, I can manipulate you wirelessly and shit. Pretty cool, huh? But it felt so real. Oh my god, it was like so funny and shit. You were running in place and knocking on walls and like, you looked like a dumbass. Well, I mean, you still do, but like, even more of a dumbass. Why? Why are you talking like her? Acting like her? Her? What do you... Oh, you mean Nemu, right? Is that how she, like, acted in the simulation? Well, here's a newsflash, fucko. I am not your childhood friend. I've never been your childhood friend, and quite honestly, you sicken me. Now hurry up. We need to go. I don't wanna... Come on! No! Keisuke grabs the key card, still in his pockets, and rushes out of the room. He's gotta get out of here. Somehow, he needs to escape. As he aimlessly and weakly limped from room to room, Kanae casually pursued him at a brisk pace. Why was Kanae acting like this? Was Kanae Nemu? Was Nemu controlling her? Where the hell is Nemu? Is Nemu even real? What the hell is a Nemu? Keisuke enters a room on the right, this one bearing a higher authorization requirement, and sees... Rene, Byakuya Rene, was stuck in a wall. Her arms replaced with doll-like substitutes. Byakuya-san? Hurry up and... Oh my god, you actually found her. What the fuck is this, Kanae? So like, she's actually a spare core for paradise. What the fuck is a paradise? It's like, oh shit, you woke her up. Papa. I'm Toilet Rene, Papa. Come here, Papa. This was Rene's true form. While Natsuki and Rika, for instance, were actually denizens of the school, Rene was imprisoned in this underground facility as a sort of tool for paradise. Do you remember that mysterious limp from the escape sequence? Or if you played the Rene route, her spontaneous headaches? Or maybe even the fact that Byakuya Rene was the only individual that Keisuke did not recognize during the prologue? An entourage of small black arms spout from the hole behind Rene. Keisuke freaks the fuck out and runs out of the room. Wow, so much for being understanding. Kanae, I'm gonna ask you again. What the fuck was that? No. The girl is just a pawn in the grand scheme of things. She was just a useless piece of scrap before we, found this purpose for her. The girl is a part of paradise like everyone else here. She was in a dreamlike state. She was, in a never-ending moment of pure euphoria. No. Yes. This truly was our euphoria after all. Suddenly, Aoi Natsuki walks into the room. You see, Natsuki was never an English high school teacher, nor was she a counselor. This woman is actually a mercenary for hire, and she works for the sick, faceless company behind this facility. Aoi-san, you know what to do. Sensei, please. Sorry, Takato-kun. It's nothing personnel. And before he knew it, Natsuki had restrained him. Keisuke was then injected with the mysterious serum, placed back into the coffin, and sent back into a dreamlike state. He was back at school. Everything was normal again, just like he wanted. And right in front of him was his childhood friend, Hokari
Kanae.
He was back at school. Everything was normal again, just like he wanted. And right in front of him was his childhood friend, Monika Nemu. She was beautiful, carrying a mature, Western elegance unique amongst every other girl. Out of every female student in Rokukei-kan Academy, she was also the most gentle. Everyone else was there too. Rene, Rika, class rep, and even his English teacher, Aoi-sensei. Keisuke and Nemu leave class and head to the astrology club as per usual. He opens the club door and... everyone was dead. Rene, Rika, class rep, and even his English teacher, Aoi-sensei. No, this isn't right! He looks back at Nemu. This witch was behind it all. She's always been behind it. He never forgot, ever since the simulation. He can't believe she has the gall to act like Kanae. She is not his childhood friend. He pounces on her and chokes her until... Are you awake? Keisuke had tears uncontrollably streaming down his face. Clutching his head with his hands, he was lost in every sense of the word. Nothing was wrong, but nothing was true either. Please, Kanae. Please tell me what's true. I don't know what's right anymore. Please!
I could, but I won't.
Why?
Cause it's funny to see you suffer, duh. Check out what I can do with your collar.
Oh! Where am I? Why am I here?
Kei-chan?
It seems we're the only two here. Don't worry though, Kanae. I'll make sure to protect you.
Yeah, because we're lovers.
Yeah, we are lovers.
I love you, Kei-chan.
I love you too, Kanae. Oh! Where am I? Why am I here?
Kei-chan?
It seems we're the only two here. Don't worry though, Kanae. I'll make sure to protect you.
Yeah, because we're lovers.
Yeah, we are lovers.
I love you, Kei-chan.
I love you too, Kanae. Oh! Where am I? Why am I here?
Kei-chan?
It seems we're the only two here. Don't worry though, Kanae. I'll make sure to protect you.
Yeah, because we're lovers.
Yeah, we are lovers.
I love you, Kei-chan.
I love you too, Kanae.
Oh my god, you're so fucking stupid!
Huh? Kanae, are you okay?
Oh my god, don't fucking touch me, trash! You're nothing but a remote-controlled dummy, and I mean that in every context possible. Love this, love that. Is that how you act on a fundamental level? Like a monkey seeking the quickest means of reproduction, regardless of self-preservation?
Keisuke has no words. It's like he had just experienced the grandest betrayal of his life for the very first time.
Oh my god, I'm not even laughing anymore. You went so far up the funny scale that you regress back to infuriating. Whatever, let's just take you to paradise now.
What's a paradise?
Shut the fuck up!
Kanae takes Keisuke down another endless row of white doors and white rooms before they enter a white elevator. After scanning her probably white keycard, it descends for what feels like eons, until finally reaching the end. They walk down another long corridor before reaching a grand white room with a colossal set of double doors. The people who played Renee's route and or paid special attention to the opening are being rewarded right now, because this room is
paradise. You're only here because of the bet she made, and because you want it.
She. Is that she... Nemu? Kanae continued to wear her neutral expression, tinged with disdain for the man who unknowingly won the bet. The man who killed Monica Nemu in the simulation.
Here's your, reward.
Confirming employee authorization. Hokari Kanae. Please input password.
Euphoria.
Password confirmed. Now opening gates to paradise.
The doors opened with a blinding light and revealed a platform hulking what looked like miles over a vast auditorium below. Dozens of scientists were bustling about, conducting who knows what. In front of Keisuke laid a glass tank filled with that same strange liquid and a sleeping girl. Around this tank were many other glass coffins.
So like, we call this girl Sleeping Beauty. She's what fuels the dream world that we call paradise. It's like, said that she had a great disdain for our world and chose to live in her dreams instead. So, when she conveniently fell into a coma, her family volunteered her body as a part of our grand experiment. Now many like, wealthy individuals and shit donate to our enterprise in order to live in Sleeping Beauty's dream world.
She points at the glass coffins surrounding Sleeping Beauty. Keisuke can now see most of them are filled with old men. He knew it all along. It was the billionaires, the global elite class that fueled the downfall of his school, of his friends, of him.
They're here to experience the never-ending euphoria of Sleeping Beauty's dreams. Unfortunately, she has a shelf life, so we've had to resort to creating a new Sleeping Beauty. Can you, like, guess who that is?
Monica Nemu.
Of course, we had to give her an equal amount of disdain for the world that Sleeping Beauty had, which is why we used your school for the death game. Anyways, the girl is in that room ahead of us. Go have fun in paradise with her.
Keisuke walks towards a set of doors. Monica Nemu was just right behind them. The girl that he thought he hated so much. The girl he thought ruined his entire life and took everything away from him. He was going to meet the real Nemu. The Nemu that he fell in love with. Kanae, I want you to know that...
Oh my god, shut the fuck up!
Kanae kicks Keisuke into the next room and he eventually enters Nemu's world. This is the true story of Euphoria. For realsies this time, I promise, okay? A long time ago, a girl known as Sleeping Beauty tried to end her own life and fell into a coma as a consequence. While her body was unresponsive, her brain created dreams of immeasurable wonder. It was at this point that the researcher, Mrs. Eiichi Hokari, mother of Hokari Kanae, started a project known as Paradise. In the realm of Paradise, one could experience the wonderful dreams produced by Sleeping Beauty's brain. However, Sleeping Beauty couldn't live forever. So, Mrs. Hokari found and raised a girl, Monica Nemu. Nemu was to be raised only in the facility, groomed to be the next Sleeping Beauty. She would be shown the various horrors and atrocities that mankind was capable of. She would be raised to believe the real world was pointless, it was evil, that humanity has no hope living in such a hell. Eventually, one day, this girl escapes from the facility and runs into the mountains, eventually stumbling upon a secret hideout owned by a Takato Keisuke. The two would get along very quickly, as Keisuke believed it was his duty to protect a girl in distress. He would bring her meals, snacks, and toys every day. He would teach her about various parts of the world, such as the great blue sky and the creatures that live amongst it. He would take her out at night to look at the stars in the sky, telling her about all the places that he'll take her to see once they grow up. Nemu, being raised in a facility all her life, never knew what any of these were, so the joy that she felt when Keisuke brought her all sorts of wonderful gifts, and when he took her to go see the night sky, left an immeasurable impact on her. Eventually, Nemu would come to know Keisuke as Kei-chan. Unfortunately, the two of them would be caught one night by the facility. Nemu was returned to the facility and Keisuke was brought with her. Nemu was given an ultimatum. Let Keisuke be killed to keep the secret of the facility, or erase his memories yourself. Just press this big red button and Keisuke will forget about everything. She obviously chose the latter and erased all of Keisuke's memories regarding her in the facility. Nemu would continue to be raised as the next Sleeping Beauty, but the memory of Keisuke stuck deep with her. And he still has to keep his promise of showing her that world. Keisuke's streak of bad luck wouldn't end there though, because after his memory was wiped, he was sent to a nearby hospital. This hospital was just so happened to be raided by a local cult, and he was kidnapped by the leader of the cult. This leader would happen to be Byakuya Rine's mother, and the father would end up being Takato Keisuke. Yeah, Keisuke was diddled by an older woman before a mysterious old man would adopt him and then annihilate the cult. Not before Rene's mother gave birth to the titular Byakuya Rene. Therefore, Keisuke was actually Rene's father this whole time. Eventually, Nemu would be enrolled in the local, newly built boarding school known as Rokukeikan Academy as a second-year high school student alongside Hokari Kanae and Takato Keisuke. The three would become a group of friends, and Nemu would once again fall in love with Keisuke. Now, about Kanae, you see, she was a researcher at the facility during this time, but she acted as a double agent in order to keep tabs on Nemu, and now Keisuke as well. She'd engage in their activities together, but it was all for a greater purpose. And this purpose would soon come to fruition.
Hello, everybody. Hey, I know this is sudden and all, but welcome to the murder game. One of you is going to become a dictator. That's right, absolute total control over the school. All you need to do is score 100 points. How to get points? Simple, by killing and or physically torturing any student with the collar. Collars equal 1 point, but holders of multiple points equal that number of points. Once a dictator is chosen, they will gain special weapons and privileges. But if you want to choose a new dictator, then the current dictator must be killed. Have fun and play safe!
It's April, right? Dumbass, it's literally autumn. We're all gonna die! The murder game begins with multiple gunshots ringing out across the school, coercing the students into participating. Everyone begins to kill one another, whether it be for the sake of their own survival, sick thrills, or a combination of the two. Kanae is one of the victims of the chaos, as an improvised explosive device detonates and kills her right in front of Keisuke and Nemu. Shocked as they were, Keisuke takes her hand and runs with her for survival. The reason behind this murder game is then revealed. It's the final nail in the coffin to make Nemu lose hope in everything, give her a taste of what a normal happy life is like, making friends, going to school, learning about the world, only for it to be ripped away in the most sadistic fashion possible. Think of it as being starved and fed the bare minimum for years, and then taking a bite of the most delicious cake you've ever tasted, only for the plate to be slapped out of your hands onto the floor and then pissed on. The situation comes to its climax when Keisuke and Nemu reach the broadcast room. Wait, it was you behind this? I thought you were dead! Kanae!
Like, gotcha, bitch. Oh, by the way, I set up a trap.
The trap, an iron bar released at full force from the ceiling, pierces Keisuke's body right in front of Nemu. His body fell to the floor, bleeding out at an extraordinary rate. Sleeping Beauty's replacement was finally complete. However, Nemu hadn't completely given up. She may have lost all hope in this world, but she still wanted Keisuke to live by any means necessary. And so, she makes a bet with Kanae. The bet is, Keisuke would be held on life support in the simulation, and they would participate in an underground game. For Nemu to win, she would have to make Keisuke hate her, despise her so much that he'd kill her with his own two hands. She would be forced to commit unspeakable horrors against the person she loves so much. Only if he kills her in the simulation would his life be saved. This is the truth behind Euphoria, because behind all of the rape, the fetishes, the violence, and poop machines is a tragic love story. Keisuke has been quite literally programmed to forget, and then hate the girl he loves, and the latter is unable to even remind him or tell him how she feels because his life is in jeopardy. Takato Keisuke is an ordinary guy by all means, but he extended his kindness to a girl who never even knew what affection ever was. He changed her life by giving her hope of seeing a world beyond those white walls. And this helped Nemu hold on to hope in spite of all the horrors broadcast to her from the facility. Keisuke was never a freak, or a devil. The beast was never coming inside him to begin with. He was an ordinary kid wrapped up into an extreme, astronomical scenario of bad luck. Yo, wait, this is a fucking porn game! How is this so deep?! Keisuke and Nemu finally meet on the edge of paradise, in Nemu's world. It's the day where Nemu transferred to Rokukeikan Academy and rekindled her friendship with Keisuke. The day where they got to know each other all over again. The day where they met after school and confessed their love to one another. Keisuke waits in the classroom for Nemu to return from after-school club activities.
Hey,
Hey, Byakuya-san, what's up?
the school gates are gonna close soon. Just letting you know.
I understand.
Also, you got this, King. W. Riz.
Wait, what? Rinne leaves the classroom to continue her patrol duty. The classroom of 2-1 is coated with the orange tint of dusk as Monica Nemu walks in and sees Keisuke waiting for her. After a short deliberation, Keisuke finally tells Nemu that he loves her. Not as a childhood friend or as a family member, no, as lovers. Nemu collapses into Keisuke's arms and tells him that she's always loved him, ever since the day he promised to show her the world, to teach her everything about it. They eventually make love in the classroom for Euphoria's final sex scene. There's no sick pretense here, only lovers finally embracing each other for the first time, ever. Afterwards, you have one final choice. Stay with Nemu in paradise and live happily ever after in this dream world, or reject it all. Reject the dream world and return to reality. Keisuke knows that the real world is horrible. His memories are currently Swiss cheese. He had been dealt a bad hand for all of his life, but with that in mind, it's just not right to run from all of that and live in your dreams. It's not right to run from your problems and try to erase them. It's not right for them to be here. They don't belong here. They still have a whole world to see. Nemu begs and begs him to go with her, causing the whole school around them to collapse and fall into a black void. Once again, Keisuke is running through the dilapidated school hallway, holding Nemu in his hand. Eventually, the school disintegrates, and Keisuke and Nemu are left in a black void. They walk, and walk, and walk, until they see a light in the distance. That light is the familiar, heavenly white doors of paradise, and embedded in it is Nemu. But wait, Keisuke was holding Nemu this whole time. He turns around and sees the Nemu that he's been holding this whole time is her child self. And then they both begin to beg him to go to paradise with them. And Keisuke knows that he can't get through to them at this rate. After all, he understands why she feels this way. Reality had fucked both of them, so why go back? Why not just go to a world where you can create and reclaim anything? Wait, if Nemu could have anything in paradise, if she could reclaim whatever she wanted, then why did she try to save the real Keisuke? This argument leaves Nemu without a response. If this was her world, where she had complete control, then this argument would have never happened. Nemu could have just manipulated Keisuke's memories until he blindly complied with her promise of paradise. He knows that Nemu still values reality in some regard, and that goes the same for Keisuke. He wants the real Nemu, not some projection of her in the dream world. And if Nemu can't escape this dream world of her volition, then he would break her out himself. He'd find the real Nemu and fulfill the promise he had made ever since they were kids. Keisuke would leave this dream world and save her himself. He opens the white doors and steps through into the white light. He then awoke in a white room. The tank next to him was empty, Nemu was gone. Eventually, a familiar figure walks into the room.
My, you really fucked things up, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. Is this the part where you kill me?
I'd rather not. I just put in my 2 weeks, so I'll leave you with this.
She kisses him on the cheek and hands him a piece of paper.
You've rendered the new Sleeping Beauty unstable, so I recommend you leave now and not speak of this to anyone.
Natsuki Aoi leaves the room. The paper she handed to him contained some sort of code that he doesn't understand yet, but maybe it'll come in handy later. He leaves the white room, heads up the elevator, and walks through the white maze until he stumbles upon a familiar room. It was Rine's room. She was still hooked up to the wall.
Are you leaving?
Yeah.
I'm happy for you. No one has ever left this place alive as a subject.
I'm guessing that includes you, huh?
My life is dependent on this device whether I like it or not. I'll help you find the exit at least. Follow the direction of the blinking lamps.
Thank you, Byakuya-san.
No need for thanks. We'll never meet again after this. Farewell, Father.
Wait, what? Keisuke catches himself. They both trade a smile before Keisuke leaves the room, never to see Rine again. She never had, and will never have, a life. He follows the blinking lamps before stepping out the final door into the blue skies and green brush of the outside. He had escaped the facility by what felt like dumb luck. He was powerless against the monumental power of this mysterious company. But you know what? That's fine for now, because for the first time in what felt like an eternity, Keisuke was free. He was finally a free man in the real world. After all of the horrors he experienced in the simulation and all of the damage done to his memories, he could at least breathe in an air of reality, and eventually he would extend that privilege to her. Eventually, he'd accomplish his true goal. To save her. We cut forward to 6 months later. Through the indirect help of Natsuki Aoi, Keisuke has his own place, a stable job, and now a way of contacting said Natsuki Aoi, if that even is her real name. The paper that she had given him had a code, and over the past 6 months, he had finally solved it. He gives her a call, and they agree to meet up at a park.
Congratulations on figuring out my little riddle. With what do I owe the pleasure?
Tell me, how can I find Nemu?
Straight to the point, huh? Then I'll give it to you straight. Monica Nemu is no longer under the control of that company.
Phew, well that's a good thing.
She's now at another rival company.
Well, fuck,
But don't worry, because she's not that one either.
Okay, so what is it?
You see, Hokari Kanae took Monica Nemu and ran off with her. She's currently at large and the target of a manhunt between those two companies.
Alright, what can we do? What can I do?
How does working under my tutelage as a mercenary sound?
Bitchin', we get a 2.5-year time skip. Keisuke is now a badass motherfucker. Word has it that a sighting of Hokari Kanae was recently reported at, you guessed it, Rokukeikan Academy. So, Keisuke once again returns to that dreadful yet nostalgic landscape in search of the end to his journey. However, there is seemingly no sign of Kanae or Nemu. After perusing the school for a while, he returns to the old broadcasting room where he nearly met his end. He eventually finds an old radio which, when opened up, contained a PDA. H09 Zenith. This code from the PDA immediately rings a bell and summons Keisuke to his old homeroom. He rummages through the decrepit library of textbooks and notebooks until he finds the notepad that him and Kanae used to share. He flips through the notebook until he sees a set of hints that matched what was present in the PDA. The times he had spent with Kanae in school, even though they were phony, were the key to solving this cryptic puzzle left behind by Kanae. Now that you mention it, why did she leave this behind? Did she want to be found? Or at least, found by Keisuke rather than the corporation's bounty hunters? This is it! He races down the mountain, leaving behind his old school for the final time, gets into his car, and races down the road towards the city center. Once he closes in on the location, now pinging at a town square in the middle of an outside shopping mall, Keisuke parks his car and sprints towards the location, only to hear a scream in a nearby gathering crowd. Was that because of Kanae? No. The ping isn't over there. It's a red herring, if anything. Keisuke looks away from the crowd to see an alleyway behind the strip mall buildings. That's gotta be what he's looking for. So he runs forward before turning left into the alley, darkened by the surrounding structures. In this alleyway, Keisuke places his hand on his hip before catching the now familiar odor of blood. There were several dead men littered in the corridor, and among them lied the bleeding body of the face that he's been tracking for the last 2 years. Hokari Kanae. An uncontrollable amount of blood was leaking from her stomach as she lied on her side, clutching the fatal wound delivered by one of the now dead assassins. Hey, Kanae. I finally found you, and well, this is what happened, huh? Thanks for leaving that clue in our notebook. I can't tell if you really value those times, or if you just couldn't help yourself. Looks like your actions have finally caught up with you, huh?
Like... fuck you.
Eventually, her body stops moving. Keisuke can't help but feel bittersweet about this, but it doesn't matter, because he sees a door left ajar at the end of the alley. It leads into an otherwise discreet building. Inside of it lie more dead agents, subject to Kanae's traps, some of which are all too similar to the one that almost took his own life. At the end of the room sits a wardrobe cabinet. He opens the cabinet door and finds a crouched figure obscured by a bedsheet. Keisuke lifts up the bedsheet.
Who are you?
My name is Takato Keisuke, and I'm here to tell you that you're finally safe. Nemu was older. Her hair was longer, but Keisuke can tell that her memories were manipulated, and now she was back to nothing more than a childlike state. This was obviously not good, but it doesn't matter now because Keisuke has finally accomplished his one goal: to save her.
What happened to Big Sis Hokari?
She left. But don't worry. We're gonna get out of here. What's your name?
My name is Manaka Nemu. Did you say your name was Takato Keisuke?
Yes. Yes, it is. Madoka-san.
Is it okay if I call you Kei-chan?
And with that, the story of Euphoria comes to a close. As always, you return to the title screen, but this time, it's no longer the voice of the facility talking to you. It's the voice of a long-lost lover who has finally found her way back home.
あら、もう終わりなの？また来てね。待っているわ。
Oh crap, don't look at that. So, that was Euphoria. What started out as one of the most disgusting visual novels ever made was revealed to be one of the best love stories ever written. This VN taught me about how something like what is definitively a porn game can also have an engaging story that kept me coming back for more, despite all the atrocities it presented. I love how the writers foreshadow everyone being in a simulation through not just the main timeline, but also in the other girls' routes as well. And while I do have reservations about the writing, such as Natsuki's story having a lackluster ending, or the epilogue itself being rather short, I thoroughly enjoyed Euphoria for the right reasons? Hey, if you get off to some of the content in this game, then you do you, but please don't do me, okay? But let me know what you thought about Euphoria in the comment section. Did you also enjoy it? Still dislike it, but at least have an appreciation for what it is? Or are you still wanting more? If so, then Euphoria is on sale on Manga Gamer for 45 bucks. But if you don't have that money, and why wouldn't you, then there are other certain means of obtaining it, but for legal reasons I can't endorse that. Also, thank you so much for watching my video! This took a very long time, as you can tell. I was basically a one-man army across, 300 hours plus of production and writing and recording and all that. So, creating this definitely taught me a lot about myself, and it really reignited my passion for making content, so I'm definitely making more videos in the future, just not as long as this one, obviously. So if that sounds awesome, then please subscribe to the channel and also like and share this video. Follow me on... I don't got socials, fuck you. Spread the good word and stick around for more. I really hope to see you soon for the next bout of degeneracy. Bye-bye!